Welcome everyone to the 8th edition of the MCW Pro Wrestling Podcast. My name is Tara. I'm joined here by Mikey D and Deacon Storm and the one and only the Bruiser.
How did we do this? We've got the Bruiser. We've got the Bruiser. There.
I think it was just as simple as a phone call.
Bruiser strong. That was a pretty good phone call. That was a pretty good phone call.
So hi, Bruiser. We're not going to sit here
man.
We're here for
I'm
you,
excited.
Man. It's good to see
They
you.
got pictures up on the screen and everything.
That's you.
That's me.
That is you.
You know where I was yesterday?
Where?
In the hospital.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
I'm
I was
glad.
in there for a week too. Got banged up with some chemo. You know, blasted all in.
Yeah.
We're good to go though. We still got a little something there.
Oh,
It's
you
small.
got more definition than I
We
do.
still got a little something. We're down 255
Yeah,
down to 220.
I tried. I was going to
We
try.
are.
Super cut.
Shriveling up, ready for the Shamrock Cup. Never know.
Foreshadowing right there.
Never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, so I mean, we're here now, so I figure we talk while, this is a special edition. There's going to be no breaks. Commercial free for you guys.
Wow.
No
That
breaks.
means we had no sponsor.
So let's talk about, we all saw your video initially when everything started. It got played on the big screen at the what was it, Spring Fever?
Spring Fever.
We were here.
March 11th.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So we showed that, and everyone that didn't hear about what happened with you, they were informed. So let's hear straight from you now. Once again, how did this all start? Because a lot of us were really caught off guard when we got the news.
I mean, I was pretty caught off guard.
Fair enough.
Imagine so.
Last thing I was expecting to hear. I guess it all started last July.
Okay.
Last July, Dante Caballero, clotheslined me out of my boots, knocked me out cold, gave me another concussion, and put me on the shelf.
Now is this
Took
when
my
you took?
MCW championship.
Yeah, this is when he took the championship from you.
Yeah, took the MCW championship from me last Shamrock Cup.
Which he
We're coming
still
up
has,
with
by the
another
way.
Shamrock Cup.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then I fight, I claw, I do all the stuff I have to do to get back into the ring. So I get back in the ring, Cartel screws me over. So then I get him here at the MCW arena, in a Stairway to Hell match. A match I made famous.
That was amazing. It was an amazing match.
And me and Dante tore it down like we
Literally tore the house down.
Tore it down, man, just tore it down. Ripped the ring apart, or the Cartel ripped the ring apart.
Yep.
We had tables, ladders, chairs, kendo sticks. And then we were fighting up on top of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he hit me down in the cojones,
It was
down
low.
below the belt, which is legal.
Yeah.
Which is legal.
Anything goes.
And then he spit that drink in my face.
Oh my God.
And then knocked me off of the table, through other tables, into the ring, and he beat me. 2 weeks after that, I find out I got leukemia.
Wait a
So what I want to know is what in the hell was in that drink. I'm saying Dante not only put me out in July with a concussion, Dante Caballero put me out with that drink and gave me leukemia. I don't think the doctors will prove that. I don't think it's really how it happens. And that's how I keep it in my mind, because that is my motivation to get back into the ring to kick Dante Caballero's ass.
So-
because it might be real, Bruiser, strong, leukemia, all this I go through. Ooh, sorry about that.
That's all right.
I'll fix it.
But wrestling is my life.
Yeah.
Wrestling is my life. And that is part of my motivation to drive through this battle the way I'm doing.
Oh yeah. That is. Sorry, I'm stepping in here to do some producer. I'm gonna add that beep in right.
What was in that drink?
I'm going to get that beep.
What was in that drink?
What was in that drink?
So
What
we're gonna go ahead and let's just address that real quick. I just want to make sure we're clear. You have leukemia.
Yeah, AML. Type AML.
Yes. So that is real.
That's real. That's definitely real.
100% real. And
Haircut matching with this guy. Do you think I'd want to look anything like this guy?
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Come on now,
I'm
Mikey
sorry,
D.
bro. I think you should make
I appreciate that.
Like
very
you
guys
much,
do look
sir.
like twins.
I'm
Really
representing
twins right
you very much.
there's some
I
twinning.
haven't
We got some
been-
twinning here.
I haven't been in the tanning bed in 6 weeks. They told me I can't do that anymore. They said something wrong with that fake lighting or something. Fake tan.
Yeah.
I said, you gotta
That's the
watch
only
it.
thing fake
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
this.
ain't nothing
whole
fake
thing.
about this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dante Caballero, his drink. I guess
Look, I got
probably
stuff.
shouldn't.
Look at these ports in my arm too. If you need to see them.
Oh wow.
So it's real. Beep
real.
again. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
He's
This
got
is
it.
about you. I was just floored that that Dante Caballero is going to take the blame for the leukemia.
Dante's taking the blame.
He's going to take the heat.
And because of that, the whole cartel's on the list too. I got to imagine you're going to come back for all of them.
All of them. Every single one.
You know, he is still the MCW heavyweight champion. I know you've been following up here on Facebook and with MCWProWrestling.com. I mean, you know, he's still the champion.
I even snuck to a show or two and just just like hit out. So
Incognito.
You never know where I'm going to be. You never know. If I'm feeling up to it and I'm strong and my numbers are where they need to be, the doctor said I can do whatever I want, except for lift weights. I can't lift weights because I can't lift over 5 pounds with these things in my arm, these boards. So.
And no tanning bed right now.
And no tanning bed.
Okay.
And no sushi either. I can't have raw fish.
Wow. That's weird.
Like that, or raw meat. I got to eat my meat well done now.
They have that cooked sushi like
it can't even be medium? Like, you
can't be pink. I can't eat the pink no more.
Oh, no.
Okay.
When it comes to the red meats, man.
More on that later on.
Get your mind out the gutter.
Let's
Man. Come on, guys.
So you've been watching MCW Pro Wrestling. I'm just gonna bring it back.
Thank you.
Bring it back.
And you've been watching. So Dante Caballero is still the MCW heavyweight champion.
Going on. I think he's probably topped my longest run. Like.
Actually, it was said at the previous event. They said on commentary he's creeping into number 5. He is number 5 right now.
He's getting up there
over top of Jimmy Cicero. So
all right,
he's getting up there.
Wise guy. I saw. Yeah, that's right. Bring it back to the old wise guy.
Yeah, he's getting up there. So that was said on our Shattered Dreams and on commentary. So.
I was actually Jimmy Cicero's manager during that round.
That's right.
Yeah.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
You get around.
Long time. Yeah.
I think there's a better way you could phrase that.
Definitely
I am
does.
experienced. I have led many men to greatness.
Back.
There's a number of ways you could phrase that.
You are old, so that doesn't make sense.
Wow.
She is taller than we might think, though.
I don't know.
She's taller than we might
The
think.
chair is making
Shortest
the appearance
person
is wearing
deceptively
heels.
shorter.
Heels are what I feel makes the.
Yeah, we gave her the bad chair. We gave her the bad
It
chair.
is.
We offered the other
They are
chairs.
kidding.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've had Shattered Dreams, right? We've
that
had
just
Spring Fever
Yeah.
in North Carroll High School. That was a pretty big event.
I wasn't here at Shattered Dreams, by the
No,
way.
you weren't here. You weren't. You said
I
you
was
might have
getting some
snuck in the
treatment.
back, but that was pretty
getting some
close.
I was trying. I was trying.
There
I-
was a kidnapping plan in place. There was.
I had a whole foolproof plan that I didn't move in on because I couldn't get into the morgue at the hospital. I was going down to get a body to put in my bed.
Quite
And I was gonna cover it up, put a hat on it, and like make it look like me in the bed. And then take the pole and go out, have somebody with a convertible pick me up so that I could have the pole sitting up and out of the vehicle. And I was gonna get driven down here, but.
It looks like Billy Gunn took your spot.
Billy
he might have.
Gunn took my
Billy Gunn
spot.
took
He
your
probably
spot.
got a bigger pop too.
No, I don't know about that one. When you step back into an MCW ring for whatever reason for the first time, that's gonna be the biggest
We're
problem.
probably gonna blow the roof off the joint.
Speaking about it, yeah, the roof off of the MCW arena or wherever it might be.
Well, while we're talking about that with like the MCW arena and blowing the roof off, let's talk about these fans and all my friends and family that are supporting me right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man.
This thing is blowing my mind. It was at the beginning was overwhelming with all the support and the cards and letters, phone calls, text, Facebook, all that stuff. Any possible way you could reach out to me, man. People were doing it. And I was just like completely blown away because I had no idea like how many people I've touched. I mean, I know I've been wrestling a long time, but like it's been more like just this past run I've had where I've been focused on doing good for the fans and giving back to this business. My first half of my wrestling, from 97 through 2010 was more just all about me. And then I had to take a little break for some other reasons.
Happens.
That got me to the person that I am today, and since 2000, was it 13 when I returned? Late 13, I guess.
Yeah.
I think July.
I've been not in agreement. I wasn't here.
Yeah, something like 2013.
I've been
when I came
watching.
back. It's just been a whole different ride this time, man. Been able to give back to the fans, been able to give back to all these kids that sign up at the school, and just try to make this business better than when before I got in it, and it's what I'm doing now. I try to give the fans their money's worth, and in return, you guys have just blown me away with your support, man. It's just it brings a tear to my eye. Like, I'm not gonna cry in front of you guys because I'm still.
I was hoping because the cameras.
The cameras are on. Catch that real moment, man.
We'll get the tears later, but no, I think it's very important that for someone like you, because a lot of us look up to you. I mean, I've been doing this for a while too, and I mean, hell, I just got here 2 years ago. And I still look up to you, and watching you fight this, and we're along in the fight with you with the Bruiser Strong.
It doesn't look like you are. Oh no, I see you got the pin. You got the pin.
He's got the
bracelet.
pin.
Custom bracelets. Custom bracelets, by the way.
You got the nails going on today. The orange nails.
All right.
So we keep it going. I got my Bruiser Strong shirt. It's just I worked to the gym the other day because I wanted to be like strong. I want to be like you, Dad. I want to be like you.
Strong.
Well, one of the things I hope that you were able to see when you first went in the hospital is how many people were posting in the MCW Facebook fan page. How many people were posting pictures of themselves with you, but also of their kids with you. Now, we do a lot of birthday parties here at the MCW Arena. I mean, hundreds of birthday parties. We're actually coming up on our 5-year anniversary for birthday parties coming up at the end of May. So we have met a lot of kids, and I was blown away by all of those who were posting pictures right after your diagnosis in that Facebook page, and I hope you were able to see some of them because that was really powerful.
Yeah, I saw most of them, and I don't know how many pictures I've taken with kids. Like I make it a point of mine that you all call me the mayor and stuff, and you bust my balls, but it's about giving the fans their money's worth, and it's if you can go out there and like MCW is not the WWE. You know what I mean? And I know I'm never going to get to the WWE as a wrestler because nobody's looking for a 42-year-old washed up leukemia guy.
I don't know. WWE's had questionable storylines in the past.
Yeah, you never know.
But I know I want to give each and every fan that comes in here their money's worth. And even after the last show, Dante beat me. And my ass was kicked. You know what I mean? It was kicked. I walked out front like I normally do, and I stood by the front door and took pictures and thanked each and every fan that walked out of here for coming and spending their hard-earned money to support us, MCW Independent Wrestling. And I just feel like you have to do that. And I hope that I'm showing the next generation of wrestlers that that's what you have to do. You have to give back to your fans, because if you don't, you're going to have nobody to support you. Right. It doesn't matter how good you are in the ring. If you don't have somebody to support you, if you don't make that connection, you're just never going to have that following,
And that's how you really become washed up.
And you talk about giving them their money's worth, but, let's be honest, our tickets are $20. Like, you don't have to try that hard to give them their money's worth. Yeah. You go above and beyond that, as do many of our stars here at MCW, and we give them an experience. We give them exactly what they don't get by going to a WWE show. They don't get that interaction. They don't, have a personal connection with you. They don't, become friends with you on Facebook, that kind of thing. Like, what we do here is something that's so special, and it's great that it's coming full circle and you get to be on the receiving end of that now.
Yes, it definitely is.
And that's what I wanted to point out too. And you said you were, after the match, you were saying goodbye to everybody, shaking everybody's hand, taking pictures. You were even doing that before the shows. We'd open the doors a couple hours beforehand.
First guy out there.
Right. You're out in the audience as people are coming out, sitting down. You're saying, hey, how's it going? Everybody's talking to you. You're giving high fives, hugs, pictures, everything.
Try to get my one lucky fan of the night to pull him up, throw him in the ring, let him get a picture in the ring. It's one of the things I do before a show. So.
And that's one of the several reasons why so many people are behind you, all of us included. And, we're just glad that the numbers are working today, that you can sit down and talk with us, and hopefully this is going to get spread out there so, your appreciation and our appreciation can show, and the MCW podcast and MCW in general can just get back to you. So thank you.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you. You guys are all definitely with me in this journey. So.
And speaking of appreciation, since we're talking about it, we have this Sunday, because this video is definitely going to come out before then.
Right.
This Sunday,
May the 5th.
We have May the 5th at Jimmy's Famous Seafood. We have what's the official?
It is the Crab Feast benefit for the Bruiser.
I almost wanted to say Bruiser benefit, but I was like, that can't be it because I just made that up.
It sounds good though, but it is the Crab Feast benefit for the Bruiser.
Bruiser. Crabs for Bruiser.
Crabs for Bruiser. No. He's already got enough going on in the hospital. He doesn't need that.
Holy smokes.
So we got that coming this Sunday at Jimmy's Famous Seafood. there's going to be a lot of information there available on Jimmy's. What's the website? Jimmy's Famous Seafood.
Jimmy's Famous Seafood, right? And
Yes.
then also on MCW's Facebook page, and we've got some more information. You can buy tickets now, I believe.
Right.
And then I believe you can also show up. But there's a lot of tickets being bought right now.
Yeah.
You might want to,
This might be a sellout.
And there's going to be all kinds of stuff to do there. We got all kinds of stuff donated for a silent auction, from sports memorabilia.
That's great.
To fishing rods. There's so much stuff.
Restaurants, spas, everything.
So
we've got something for all fans. So
yeah, I'm sure you could.
We've got Ravens things, Orioles, wrestling, you name it. There's going to be a lot there, and we have more. There's going to be more than just crabs there. Can't go without saying. Jimmy's Seafood's got
beef.
fantastic food,
Pit beef,
ribs,
all that good
everything.
stuff.
All you can drink beer. There's okay, calm down over there.
Take what you can right now.
Calm down over there.
I can't ever.
Save some for me. All right, I enjoy indulging once in a while. So.
But, we can't go without thanking John at Jimmy's Seafood for all of his support, for taking care of your meals when you were in the hospital, and for organizing such an event.
Yeah.
So.
And considering where this is going to be, I wouldn't be surprised. We have Ravens memorabilia there. If a possible Ravens player shows up, I wouldn't be surprised.
Who knows?
It's the spot, man. It's the spot. Jimmy's is the spot.
You never know.
Tomorrow, actually, I'll be down here again. Channel 2 News. My friend Kelly is coming in to do a little story on me, and to help also talk about the crabfish. She's going to interview me and John. I don't know when that's going to air, but we'll let everybody know if it airs before.
I hope so.
Well, yeah.
Before this
Check that
podcast.
out.
I don't know when the podcast is going on, so.
If not, you have another event to talk about.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll let everybody
There is
know.
another event.
We're getting
to
the real
talk
deal
about.
here, though.
Either way, the
I
worst
know
thing
my
now.
thing for the Channel 2 is going to air sometime this week.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know what day.
Yeah, so look out for that. It'll probably be on their website and on their Facebook page. And if not, we're definitely going to share it. We're going to share
We
the hell
are.
out of it.
And we're going to share it, and we're going to tag, we're going to post, and it's going to be everywhere.
Yeah. So,
That's what we do.
My question to both of you.
Oh.
Do you have a date lined up for Sunday?
a date, I was...
Probably each other.
I put my arm around,
Look, first off, you calm down. Secondly...
she asked, not me.
If we put blonde hair on him long, he would
I can
be
make
perfect.
a wig work with this.
Oh, I got some makeup in the car.
Yeah,
I did theater for a long time.
I got a few wig.
so
I got a
gross.
few wig people I've met over at the hospital now.
You got some wig people?
I don't know.
You got some wig people?
Scaring me now.
Oh, my
Well,
God.
all right. You have a couple of days then to line up appropriate dates for each.
Me, I'm kind of a go stag and leave with something kind of guy.
Leave with something.
Yeah.
This is-
Crabs.
There you go.
He's gonna take leftovers. Is what he's gonna do.
That's generally how it is.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that I'll be able to make an appearance Sunday. So, because they told me after this round of treatment that like 48 hours after the chemo gets out of my system, which is after my last dose, they said it would my numbers would start to crash. So we'll see what happens. I'm a pretty strong and resilient person. So
You are.
somehow, some way, even if I have to mask up, glove up, and as long as none of you people touch me, we should be okay. My numbers.
You get the outbreak suit on.
I get the outbreak suit on, walk in there, say hi, thank everybody, and then maybe get a dozen crabs to go.
I was gonna say you're not leaving without crabs.
Sneak
I know
back
you.
in.
I know that.
One way or the other.
So since we're talking about it, did you want to tell the people about how the treatment works for you?
Well, we can back up a little bit. Let's go back to that match with Dante.
Back to the drink.
No. After that match with Dante, the next day
This
I woke
is just
up,
water, by the way.
and I had like bruising all over both my legs, like really bad. And I was like, holy smokes. Like, I know the match was tough, but like for me to bruise like this, I've never had it happen before.
Bruiser
so that
doesn't
was
bruise.
Like, Bruiser doesn't, he bruises. They don't bruise like
Not
that.
like that.
Right.
So that was like sign number one. Then I got like these little like polyps that like started popping up on my skin. It was like almost like spider bites. I got them popping up in random places a couple of days later. I didn't know what that was. And I went to the gym and I'm working out and like doing normal stuff in the gym. And like all of a sudden my heart feels like it's popping out of my chest. So then I'm trying to do some work, do some electric work, and I'm drilling some holes, and like I start profusely sweating and like feel like I'm going to black out. Wow. So then I go to one of the local elementary schools. I guess it was like a week or so after the show,
Yeah, it was the beginning
and
of March.
I went to read for their Dr. Seuss things. I do stuff like that all the time.
That's cool.
So I go in there and I'm reading Dr. Seuss, one book to the kids, and I start sweating profusely. Like I get finished, I'm sweating and I'm blowing. Like I read the book with a little a little charisma, you know what I mean? I
got charisma.
I did the Bruiser talk with the kids, gave out some free tickets for the show. I did me, but it wasn't
It wasn't you.
It wasn't crazy
Right.
to make me sweat like this. And I get out in the hallway. I tell the little kid that was walking me around, I said, buddy, you got to get me a bottle of water. Like, I'm spent. He's trying to get me to the next classroom to do it again. I said, I'm going to need a minute. So I had to, that's another thing that popped up. And then leading into the weekend, the Hollywood show.
Yeah.
I was supposed to wrestle on the Hollywood show. And that morning I decided I better not.
Good call.
I just decided not to, but I still wanted to do something on the show.
You were the guest commissioner for the evening.
Guest commissioner for the evening.
And none of us knew any of this really. That wasn't public knowledge or anything. We were, we didn't know.
Nothing. Nobody knew anything.
Because there was really nothing to know yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't been to the doctor yet because I'm a tough guy. I don't have to go to the doctor, so don't do that.
Right.
If you start feeling
I was about to say, that's a public service
go
announcement.
right to the doctor.
Yeah, and your coloring was changing.
So my coloring was changing. So I did three little spots on the show in Hollywood, and each time I came to the back, I was spent. Like I had to sit down, drink 2 bottles of water to get ready to walk out to the next one. All I did was walk to the ring and talk on the mic.
Yeah.
And then finally, we're driving home, and I actually drove down with her because I told her I couldn't drive myself. And a few years back, I told her that I would never drive with her again because she's a terrible driver.
And it was after a Hollywood show. I remember.
So we're driving back, and it's pouring down rain, and I'm sure she drove like crap the whole way back.
I apologize.
It's another public service announcement.
But we get back, and she apologizes for the way she drove it. I said, no, you were fine. You drove great.
That was
right then and there. She knew something.
Yeah,
I did.
I was like, I should go right to the hospital right there.
So then I drove home, and I'm trying to go to sleep, and I get these pains going down my arms, and it's just pain. It hurts so bad. Like I had no idea what this pain was from. But I still sucked it up on Sunday. I think I did something with the kids on Sunday. I don't even remember. And then I went home. I went to my friend's anniversary for that other stuff I have to do to be the man I am today. So I went to her anniversary, and they said my color looked terrible. It looked like I was walking dead. So that Monday morning I woke up and I was and the pain was still in my arms. I went to patient first because that's where
That's where you go
Still
first.
a tough guy,
That's where you go,
right.
patient first. And I tell him my symptoms, and the guy looks at me like I'm on something. Yeah, he's like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? So then he's like, well, let me do some blood work. And he draws my blood, and he comes back in. He's like, we're going to draw your blood again because something didn't look right. So they draw my blood again. Then he comes back in, and he says, look, your hemoglobin is right around 5. And it's supposed to be up over between 12 and 14. And 5's not good. Something's definitely wrong with your blood. You need to get to an emergency room right now and get a transfusion. You need blood. He's like, you shouldn't even be standing up talking to me right now. The only reason you are is because the shape you're in, because you're an in shape, person.
Because you're the Bruiser.
Because you're the Bruiser. Exactly. Because you're jacked to the gills is the only reason you're standing up talking to me. So I'm like, all right, brother. So I said, I'm going to go to the emergency room. So I drove myself. To the emergency room.
Tough guy.
Called my parents on the way there, so they meet me at the hospital. Got in there. They checked me in, did all that stuff, and they finally took me to the back. And they started giving me some blood. They gave me 2 bags of blood in the back. And the doctor that was up there came in. He said, he's like, look, I only go out and call this other specialist in once or twice a year when I don't fully understand something in somebody's blood. And today's your lucky day because I had to call him in for your blood. And I was like, well, that's freaking awesome. Because my attitude is always the same no matter what. I never go down. I always stay here or I go up because there's no reason to go down. So he brings a specialist in, and the specialist comes in. He says, you have leukemia.
Wow.
Just walks right in.
Just walks right in, spits it out, blam. I said, oh, cool, thanks, pal.
Now what?
Yeah, so he said, we're transferring you to University of Maryland Medical Center, and they're going to check you in, and we're going to start this process down there. So my mom and dad are there, and I looked at my parents, and we cried. Tears came out. for like 5 minutes. And then I made a couple phone calls, and I told a couple people I had to tell. One was her because she's the mother of my kids, and the other one was Dean because he's like my brother. It's the guy that does all the wrestling school stuff with me. Me and Dean are really tight. So I tell him, and then I look at my mom and dad, and I said, look, that's it. Crying's done. We had her cry. Now it's time to suit up, show up, fight, and beat this thing.
Time to fight.
Because I believe God gave this to me for a reason, because I knows I can beat it. You know, maybe somebody else couldn't beat it. That's why he didn't give it to them. You know, maybe he gave it to me because maybe now my kids don't have to get it. So it's time to fight. And that's what I'm doing now. And I post in our group we have every day, the Bruiser Strong group on Facebook. Some days I don't know what to say, so I just blurt some crap out. But just know every day I say, like every day, I'm never feeling down or feeling sorry for myself. Like, my faith is super strong, and the people behind me is overwhelming. So like that power of positivity and prayer is amazing, and it just keeps me going. And I'm always, you know, ready to go. Like even when I'm tired and not ready to go, I suck it up and I put my boots on and I'm ready to go.
Well, you know, for me, that looks at it because I'm up early in the morning. So when you post, I'm like there almost immediately. And for me, it's kind of like an appreciation of life, because even if you're not feeling so hot, the fact that even if you don't have good news, the fact that you're still able to post and tell us how things are, how you're feeling, and give us those good words, you know, the power of positivity and Bruiser Strong, you know, that's enough for me to be like, all right, here, let's fight another day. Let's fight again. Let's keep fighting.
And that first week and a half in the hospital, man, when they had me down here for 3.5 weeks, the first week and a half, like all they were doing was giving me blood and platelets and cryo, all these transfusions, just nonstop, man. It was like crazy, and I'm just like, damn, again, another bag, multiple bags hanging, like 3 things hanging at the same time. I'm like, holy smokes, like what is happening? But they had to get me up enough so they could give me the chemo, you know. Then they blasted me with that 7-day chemo, and then I lost my appetite at the end of it. I was good up until the end, and I lost the appetite, and then that weight just dropped off, like 35 pounds shredded off me, like in no time flat. And I was like, what
This
the
is not
hell?
the way you want to lose weight, by the way.
But I got a good diet plan. It's not keto. It's
Keto, not chemo.
Keto, not chemo.
Thank you.
It's hard to get a hold of, but you can. You can definitely get a hold of chemo diet.
Well, I'll tell you, this is the first time, I think, other than, you know, the Bruiser group, that we appreciate you doing that. This is the first time that you've done an interview. I know you're doing something for the television, and that's great, but you're sitting with us today, you know, so the numbers are looking right for, you know, hanging with us today.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate that. And, you know, same thing that Brian said. I'm sorry.
Whatever, that's fine.
We're on. You
That's
know,
RJ, I'm Brian. Fine.
you know, Mike D. No,
I'm
but
still
Bruiser
just
Strong. Now that means something to me too. You know, there's been friends and family and people that I've known that have gone through this, and this one really hits close to home because me joining the MCW family in the past year, you've always been, you know, straight up to me, real nice, you know, pounding fists, all good, and you've always welcomed me in with open arms, and I appreciate you. So when I see that, and I see you sitting here with us today, I think that, you know, not only can you beat this, you will beat this.
We
just so much. We're all going to beat it.
We will.
Yeah. I mean, it starts with you and ends with you, but you know, this family, the friends, the team, everybody, MCW Pro Wrestling, we're all going to beat this. Yeah. Speaking of which, you know, we talked about where you were, you know, where you started it. So where is it now? Where do you go from here?
I just went in for my first chemo blast, and I got to get 3 or 4 of these chemo blasts, and it's basically once a week. I mean, once a month for 6 days over the next 3 or 4 months until my donor's set up for the bone marrow transplant.
Wow.
So I got to get the stem cell stuff done, get the bone marrow transplant done. My sister went in last Friday to get tested to see if she's a match. So hopefully she's a match. If not, they'll pull somebody off the national registry. And then hopefully that happens within the next 3 or 4 months. And that takes about 5 weeks, but then recovery on that is about 4 to 6 months. So I mean, I'm still in for a long haul. Like it's like when I got diagnosed and I'm in the hospital, I met my doctor, Dr. Amadi, who I love because he's that doctor that's straightforward. And there was a movie with Alec Baldwin back in the day, where he was a doctor and he said, you tell me I have a God complex. You think I have a God complex? I am God.
I remember that.
I remember that too.
I appreciate a doctor like that because for me, that's God's working through that doctor to get you right. And Dr. Mahdi to me has that complex, you know what I mean? Because he told me, like, we're going to do this to save your life. If we don't do this, I'm not going to tell you you're going to live. And when somebody tells me that, then I'm going to trust him. And so far, he's doing everything he said. You know, he's told me I'm going to have a terrible year. He said 1 year. From this day forward, a terrible year. After that, things will start looking up.
Right.
So it's a year. I'm 42. I've had 42 of them. I can handle one bad one. I've had a few other bad ones. So 1 year, one bad year. You know, I mean, I can tell you that.
All right.
So,
Well,
I'm with you, man.
Well, now, the last but not least, June 1st, we've already announced it. We have Slamboree, which is also going to be sponsored by Jimmy's Famous Seafood.
Thank you,
And
Jimmy.
also,
Doing it again.
Yeah.
doing Slamboree again. And this time it is in your honor. It is also to assist in any way that we can. So fans, June 1st, you've seen it on MCWProWrestling.com. You know, so get those tickets now. It's gonna be a big show.
Yeah, I got my This Is Not a Bill from the hospital for that 3.5 week stay. It was
Explanation of benefits.
It was only $107,000. So it wasn't bad. I was like, woo, that's not bad. Let me go write you a check.
Yeah. So Slamboree, please.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I just want to thank all you guys. I mean, it's crazy. Like, one of my biggest supporters, and I have to thank her, is my ex-wife sitting right here next to me. It's crazy how she comes in and she handles the paperwork and all that stuff for me because I ain't doing any of that shit.
You never have.
It's just not my strong
He's
point.
Bruiser strong, but that ain't it.
Yeah,
That's not the
paperwork
strong point.
Also not the internet. Yeah.
No, so
I'm lucky he puts
thank
the
you,
posts up
Tara,
himself. You're welcome.
for taking care of me. And thank all you fans out there. Like, we're doing this together. Like, I still need your support every day, and I'll still stay strong because together we are Bruiser strong. And man, we got this. We got this. We will not tap out to leukemia. You know what I mean? Am I going to end this? You guys got to say your side.
No, we have a couple other things.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're going to
stuff to
do
say?
business type stuff with you here. But yeah, since we're talking about
You handle
it,
your business because I got to give a throat slash before we go.
Yeah, no, we're gonna end with the
Give
throat
you that.
slash.
that's how we're going to end.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
I
our website.
good.
I already envisioned that. So that's definitely
You should have
happening.
the theme music playing. You
So-
love that music.
I'll put it over.
Okay, good.
It's the editing guy. Come on.
I know, he's the guy.
So to jump on the Bruiser Strong hashtag again, there is something going on at Slamboree called the Bruiser Strong Rumble. And that is a first time thing we've ever done, obviously, but we don't know who's going to be in it. Are there going to be 20 opponents, 30? We don't know. But I know that when we were here Saturday night and we were filming backstage, there was a line out the door of MCW stars who wanted to talk about their chance in the Bruiser Strong Rumble.
I was even in that.
Yeah,
line.
exactly.
I
So
was
they
even
were
in that.
crawling
I had
out
my
of
kid
the
there.
woodwork. That's how much support.
So what do you get if you win the Bruiser Strong Rumble?
From what I was told, it's possible.
Yeah.
Title
Well, I
shot.
heard it was
Well-
the title shot against Dante Caballero at the Shamrock Cup this year.
Well, yeah.
Oh, breaking
Well,
news.
that's what he said. You know,
Well, that's the only fitting thing because you are a former 10-time MCW heavyweight champion.
Right.
So the best way that we thought to honor that is to do this, give this opportunity to somebody. It could be anybody. It could be Ringside Ryan who
It could
gets the
be.
shot.
Could be you.
could be me. It could get my license.
I did. I was joking. I did say I want to be in it too.
I already cut my promo with my kid, so I'm a lock.
But that's Saturday,
But it could be
June
anything.
1st, right? Saturday, June 1st at
Yes.
the MCW Arena.
Yep.
The roof has been blown off several times, but we're going to bring it back to do
This
that.
Bruiser Strong Rumble's gonna be awesome.
There's a couple of big names that are coming in to support Bruiser Strong and that show as well. We've got formerly known as the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger from
Yes.
WWE's Sean Spears is going to be here.
Yep.
And also
Sean Spears, that's a household name.
It could be. It could be. And then we got Tongaloa and Tamatonga. We've got
Can you say that 3 times fast?
Yeah, really.
I could. But the Gorillas of Destiny, I could say that
Gorillas of
all
Destiny,
day
they are
long.
some badass
Yes,
dudes,
they
man.
are.
I am glad that I'm on the shelf right now with them coming in.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to rumble with them right now.
I'm about to say, if they're in the Bruiser Strong, I'm going to go
dudes.
ahead and take my name out.
Yeah,
take my name out of there.
Bad dudes.
And let's give a shout out in that same tone. The Sons of Savagery have moved up and moved on to some bigger and
Yeah, we haven't
better
talked
things.
since then. Yeah,
And so that's great, and that's all part of you too. The
Two more of
MCW
my
Pro
kids.
Wrestling Training
Two more of my
Center.
kids.
I know, right? And the training center, and that's what they
Exclusive
do.
contracts with Ring of Honor.
Future of Honor, Ring of Honor. It's awesome.
no, it's not even future, bro. It's Ring.
Ring. We got
They're
so
in
many
the ring.
future. They're in the ring.
Yes.
Ring of Honor. It's
Yeah.
so
Well,
great.
this weekend's another Ring of Honor camp, and I had to pick. Me and Dean had to pick 3 people to send up there. So we picked 3 people to send up there, and they're probably not coming back to the school. They'll still be on the shows, but probably not going to be coming back to the school. Those names will get released later after it happens.
Which means
We'll bring it up.
Which means that means 3 spots are going to open up here. So come to the next class.
Please,
Next
MCW
That
Pro
could be
Wrestling
you.
Training Center.
Could be
That could
you.
be you.
Well, that's great, and so much coming up, and there's so many ways to follow us, and hashtags and follows. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, of course. I'll say the last one at the end because that's what I do.
Well, you say that at the end, but he still.
I'm gonna say it at
he
the end,
still
but he's
gets
gonna get the
thrust
last.
Yes.
He's gonna get that. But we're gonna bring back the podcast strong.
Yep.
Bruiser strong.
That's your camera.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at you, and we're gonna bring back the podcast just like this.
And one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I was on here,
Yeah.
you had like this fake ass microphone.
It was real. It was one of these
What-
microphones.
this
This
is-
wasn't
this is-
plugged in.
Like you're like, it won't work. It won't work. I'm like, why do we even have it? It's like props. And this time, you got cords connected. See, there's a cord.
Yeah.
It actually works.
You can actually hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last but not least, we did want to talk about the unfortunate passing of Eric Chappell. He's a former 3-time MCW Tag Team Champion with the Entourage. So we wanted to go ahead and mention that and make sure that didn't get lost in the shuffle. And we wanted to send our condolences to Eric Chappell's family and friends.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
That really touched all of us here at MCW and beyond. So
I had a lot of
they are on our
battles.
minds.
I had a lot of battles with
Absolutely.
Eric Chappell throughout the years, man.
Yeah.
Good brother. Family's awesome. Family's awesome. So MCW's website or social media stuff will be posting a lot of his stuff to help support his family.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
As we move forward also. So maybe we'll be doing a benefit for him here soon enough and trying to help his family out.
That's one thing. We're family here.
We
so
are.
at MCW, we are absolutely family, and we take care of everybody. And our hearts and thoughts are
We
absolutely
also lost
with them.
another wrestling fan. One of our longtime fans passed away. I believe it was Sunday night. It was Brian Mongold.
Okay.
Big fan is here at most of our shows, and he suddenly passed away Sunday night. I don't have any details on him. I just know I saw his wife posting stuff, and our condolences go out to him and prayers for him and his family as well.
Yes. Absolutely. Well,
Thoughts and prayers. All
and,
right.
and on that note, I have to say this is a very pleasant surprise. We're filming an episode today, but we didn't know RJ would be able to make it, and he's here.
Everything
Yeah.
happens for a reason.
Yeah.
It's about a phone call.
There it is. Yeah, just a phone call.
Yeah.
Phone call.
All it takes.
Phone call was me. So I have to say thank you so much. This was a very, very big pleasure to be able to talk with you because
Thank you guys for having me, man. It's just it's awesome.
You're welcome back anytime. Come back with updates. Come back with good news. Whatever you got.
I will say you're our only 2-time guest.
2 times.
You're the only
Right.
one.
eight more times to catch up to my title.
There it is.
We'll do it.
There it is. Well, Mikey.
You guys,
And we'll see you at Jimmy's.
Yeah, we will this Sunday.
Sunday, May
I'm
5th.
definitely going to be there with all the beer.
You'll be there. I'll be there. You'll be there.
Yeah.
And you never know.
Are you gonna eat or just drink?
Well, I'm definitely. Well, there's pit beef. So I'm
Look
gonna
who
eat
you're
that.
talking
Lit
to.
AF.
Lit AF
All right.
at the Bruiser Strong.
Not like it was when you were looking for them cameras, right? If it's a snake, it's gonna bite you. AF tour.
No, not that
All right,
one.
not that one.
And
I think
Tara,
these cameras right here. Hey, look, we found them.
Yeah, we found you guys. Thanks. Good job.
Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Deacon Storm. Boom. Thank you, Bruiser Strong. My man.
Thank you guys. Thank all of you. And together, we will not tap out to leukemia.
Hey now, listen up, T-Bone Bruiser.